This is Arsalan, and I'm talking about why I use Blackmagic for my video interviews. So, like a typical DSLR user, a typical videographer, I always used DSLRs for my videos. The reasons are very simple: good depth of field, large sensor, more colors, and the flexibility to play with the footage, and definitely cost effectiveness, because you can get the same results from a DSLR, which might cost you around $600 to $700, that you get from 8,000 to 9,000 Sony or some big camera. So definitely the difference isn't much between the footage that comes out. Also, the DSLRs gives you a very cinematic look, which is very common these days. So the main reason why I moved to Blackmagic was, of course, its price. You get the footage at a very low cost that you might be getting from a 20 grand camera. Blackmagic allows you to shoot in cinema DNG, a format that is totally new for guys like us who can't afford such expensive cameras. But yes, we have the equipment where we can edit and play with the footage. So RAW, which is very important these days, we are getting it from our Blackmagic cameras at a very cheap and low price. So the question people mostly ask is, if the camera is cheap, what about the workflow? Yes, there is a bit of workflow, but then again, you have to work for the quality and for the product you get out. And what I would suggest is this, that don't be afraid of the workflow. You'll get used to it. We were never used to large files when we moved to DSLRs, and now as we move to RAW, of course the memory is cheap, so you can easily move to the new workflows. So what and how Blackmagic records? So there are a couple of formats in Blackmagic. The first of all, the RAW format that is there in all three versions, that is the pocket version, the 2.5K version, and the 4K version. Blackmagic, being quite caring, did offer us Apple ProRes for those users who might not want to go and sit and do the color grading. I mean, they can just go and record in Apple ProRes, which of course is a good quality because it's recorded in 8-bit, and go play with the footage. They can go and edit, and they don't have to do the color grading in some special software for cinema DNG format. But the good news is that if you're going to buy both the upper version of the Blackmagic cameras, that is 2.5K or the 4K, you get cinema DNG. So what is DaVinci Resolve? DaVinci Resolve is an international standard software that can be used to color grade cinema DNG. So it made our life very easy. So now what we can do is, we record in a RAW format, go back into our systems, color grade it, and export it into an editable format that can be edited in FCX, Premiere, or any other software. And now there is comparison videos going on YouTube and everywhere about Mark III 5D and Blackmagic cameras. I mean, there's no comparison. First of all, let's not compare apple to oranges. 5D is for the photographers, and then it was converted into a video camera because of the cinematic look, but actually it was never meant to make videos. However, Blackmagic is a dedicated video camera with all the features. So definitely there's an edge in the footage and the quality of video that comes out of Blackmagic. Also, I mean, there's a big hype of having a full frame sensor, but then again, do you need a full frame sensor? That is a big question, because full frame sensor overheats, needs to cool down, and has limited recording time. Also, there's vignetting when you go at fast aperture lens, so you can avoid that on a smaller lens like an APS or maybe what the Blackmagic offers. So that's the big difference between both the cameras.